Spider-Man's name is Peter Parker.
What the f-
Welcome to Real and Gaming World. Today, we're diving into one of the biggest struggles in Spider-Man's journey, keeping his identity a secret. From shocking betrayals to emotional reveals, we're covering every moment when the mask comes off and Peter Parker's secret is exposed. Let's swing right in. In Spider-Man 2, Peter Parker faces a life-or-death situation when Dr. Octopus disables the brakes on a speeding train. With the train headed for disaster, Spider-Man leaps into action, using his webs and incredible strength to bring it to a halt. The effort leaves him completely exhausted and he collapses on the train. As the passengers lift him to safety, his mask is removed, revealing Peter Parker's true identity. But instead of betraying him, the passengers quietly agree to keep his secret safe, showing their gratitude and respect for the hero who risked everything to save them. At the end of Spider-Man 2002, Peter Parker battles the Green Goblin in a dangerous final showdown. During the fight, Peter's mask is damaged, and Norman Osborn realizes that Spider-Man is actually Peter. As the battle ends, Norman tries to manipulate Peter by pretending to ask for mercy, but his own glider backfires and kills him. Before dying, Norman makes Peter promise to keep his identity and death a secret from his son Harry. This decision sets the stage for future conflicts, as Harry believes Spider-Man killed his father and vows revenge. Now, we have a dramatic moment from Spider-Man 2, 2004, where Harry Osborn finally gets his chance at revenge. He captures Spider-Man, determined to kill the masked hero who he believes murdered his father. But before delivering the final blow, Harry rips off the mask, only to freeze in shock. The face staring back at him is not a stranger, but his best friend, Peter Parker. The realization shakes him to his core. Everything he believed is now in question. Betrayal, anger, and confusion flood over him as he struggles to process the truth. This shocking reveal not only changes Harry forever, but also sets him on a dark path toward becoming the next Goblin. Now, we come to a powerful moment from Spider-Man 2, 2004, where Peter Parker makes a bold decision. As the city is in danger, Peter faces Dr. Octavius, trying to convince him to stop his destructive experiment. But instead of fighting, Peter does something unexpected. He removes his mask, revealing his true identity. Octavius, once his mentor, is stunned. The man he saw as an enemy is not just Spider-Man, but Peter Parker, the brilliant student he once admired. In that moment, Octavius begins to see past his rage and ambition. Peter's unmasking isn't just about revealing his face, it's about reminding Otto of who he truly is, leading him to make the ultimate sacrifice to save the city. This emotional reveal adds depth to both characters and marks one of the most defining moments in Spider-Man history. Now, we come to a tense and dramatic moment when Eddie Brock discovers who Spider-Man really is. After bonding with the alien symbiote, Eddie becomes Venom, a monstrous reflection of Peter Parker's darkest fears. But the real shock comes when he unmasks Spider-Man and realizes it's Peter Parker, the very person he blames for ruining his life. The revelation fuels Eddie's hatred even more, turning his quest for revenge into something deeply personal. Unlike others who have learned Peter's secret, Eddie doesn't feel conflicted. He sees it as an opportunity to destroy his greatest enemy once and for all. This moment cements Venom as one of Spider-Man's most dangerous foes, knowing not only his identity, but also how to strike where it hurts the most. Now, we have one of the most heartfelt moments in Spider-Man's story, when Mary Jane finally discovers the truth. After years of wondering, suspecting, and feeling a connection to Spider-Man, the moment finally comes. As Peter risks everything to save her, his mask comes off, revealing that the man behind the hero is the same Peter Parker she has known and loved. In that instant, everything clicks. The missed dates, the disappearances, the times he seemed to know her struggles without explanation. Shock turns into understanding, and understanding into love. This reveal isn't just about Peter's identity. It's about Mary Jane finally seeing him for who he truly is, setting the stage for their deep and complicated relationship. Now, we come to a touching scene from The Amazing Spider-Man, 2012. Amidst the chaos of a bridge attack, Spider-Man spots a young boy trapped in a dangling car, terrified and unable to move. To calm the frightened child, Spider-Man removes his mask, revealing his face to show he's just a regular person. He gently reassures the boy, saying, "I'm just Peter," and encourages him to climb to safety. This heartfelt moment highlights Spider-Man's compassion and the lengths he'll go to protect even the smallest among us. Now, we arrive at a pivotal scene in The Amazing Spider-Man. After a fierce battle with the Lizard, Spider-Man is injured and on the run, but his escape is cut short when the police surround and capture him. Struggling against the officers, he is finally subdued and restrained. Captain George Stacy, the commanding officer, and Gwen Stacy's father, steps forward. Curious to see the face behind the mask, he removes it, revealing Peter Parker. The moment is filled with shock and disbelief. The masked vigilante he had been chasing is none other than his daughter's boyfriend. For a brief moment, Peter pleads with Captain Stacy, trying to explain that he's fighting for the right cause. Though reluctant, Stacy ultimately lets him go, realizing that the city needs Spider-Man more than it needs him in custody. This moment adds emotional weight, setting up a tragic but powerful dynamic between Peter and the Stacy family. Now, we come to a chilling moment in The Amazing Spider-Man when Dr. Curt Connors, also known as the Lizard, discovers Spider-Man's true identity. Throughout the movie, Peter Parker investigates Oscorp and Connors' experiments, unaware that his actions have drawn suspicion. During one of their intense encounters, the Lizard fights Spider-Man and, in the heat of battle, rips apart pieces of his mask. But it's not until later, when Connors pieces together the clues, that he fully realizes the masked hero is Peter Parker, the same young man who had been working with him. This revelation fuels Connors' obsession, as he now sees Peter as both a threat and a key to his twisted vision of evolution. Unlike some villains who are shocked by the truth, Connors embraces it, determined to either convert Peter into a creature like himself or destroy him. Now, we come to one of the most intense moments in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. After discovering Peter's secret, Harry Osborn, now fully transformed into the Green Goblin, confronts him in a heartbreaking showdown. Fueled by betrayal and anger, Harry recalls the moment Peter refused to help him, realizing the truth. When you said Spider-Man said no, you meant you said no. With those chilling words, their friendship is completely destroyed. But Harry doesn't stop there. He takes his revenge to the next level by capturing Gwen Stacy. Holding her hostage high above the city, he forces Peter into a desperate battle, one that will lead to a devastating and tragic conclusion. This moment cements Harry's transformation from Peter's best friend into one of his most personal and dangerous enemies. Now, we come to a fun yet shocking moment in Spider-Man: Homecoming. After a long night of crime fighting, Peter Parker sneaks back into his bedroom, carefully crawling across the ceiling and removing his suit, thinking he's alone. But as he turns around, he's met with a wide-eyed, frozen Ned Leeds, his best friend, holding a Lego Death Star, in shock. The room falls silent before Ned finally blurts out, "You're Spider-Man." In that instant, Peter's carefully guarded secret is completely exposed. Unlike others who have discovered his identity with fear or anger, Ned is filled with excitement and curiosity, immediately bombarding Peter with questions. This reveal marks the start of an unbreakable friendship, with Ned becoming Peter's trusted guy in the chair, and one of the few people who truly understands his double life. Now we come to a clever and revealing moment in Spider-Man: Far From Home. While Peter tries to keep his double life a secret, MJ has been watching closely. During a conversation, she suddenly says, "I know you're Spider-Man." Peter, caught off guard, quickly denies it, trying to brush it off. But MJ isn't convinced. She lays out all the clues: the strange disappearances, his connection to the Night Monkey, and his suspicious behavior. Just when Peter is struggling to keep his cover, they stumble upon a broken projector, a piece of Mysterio's illusion tech. Suddenly, the moment shifts from playful speculation to a serious realization. MJ was right all along. Peter, realizing there's no point in denying it anymore, finally admits, "Okay, yes, I am Spider-Man." This moment marks a turning point in their relationship as MJ officially becomes part of Peter's world, setting the stage for even bigger challenges ahead. Now we come to one of the most shocking and game-changing moments in Spider-Man: Far From Home. After an intense battle, Peter Parker finally defeats Mysterio and stops his illusions, believing the threat is over. But Mysterio had one last trick up his sleeve. Using his technology, he manipulates a video and broadcasts a worldwide message, exposing Spider-Man as the so-called villain behind the London attacks. And then comes the moment that changes Peter's life forever. Mysterio publicly reveals Spider-Man's true identity, shouting, "Spider-Man's name is Peter Parker." The entire world sees it, leaving Peter frozen in disbelief. His secret, which he had fought so hard to protect, is now gone. For the first time ever, Spider-Man can no longer hide behind the mask. This shocking reveal sets up Peter's biggest challenge yet, as he is forced to deal with the consequences of being unmasked to the entire world. And that wraps up all the times Spider-Man's identity was revealed. Some were shocking, some were heartbreaking, and some changed everything. Which identity reveal was your favorite? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Real and Gaming World for more awesome superhero content. See you in the next video.